Ready?
Yes, sir.
Bob, you ready?
Yes.
Board meeting order. Pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Open Public Meetings Act statement, please.
Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting was forwarded to the official township newspapers, posted on the bulletin board and township website on January 8th, 2022. This meeting is being videotaped and will be on channel 9.
Roll call.
Mr. Deegan?
Here.
Mrs. Tesh Wilson? Here. Mrs. Flame?
Here.
Mayor Bruno?
Here.
And Mr. Doyle is out of town.
Need a motion to open a public hearing on the following. 0122, amending ordinance 01311 of the Code of the Township of Franklin entitled Municipal Court and adopting a new chapter 86 entitled Joint Municipal Court, Township of Franklin, to add the Borough of Gloucester.
I make a motion that we go into the public hearing for 0122.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
You got nothing today, Brian?
No, sir.
Can I get a motion to close the public portion?
Make a motion to close.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to open the public hearing on, we have a vote. Can I get a motion to amend ordinance 01311?
I make a motion to amend ordinance 122.
Second.
And that is the amending 0122. Just so. Barb?
Mr. Deegan?
Yes.
Mrs. Tesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to open the public hearing on 0222, establishing the Department of Code Enforcement and land use, including divisions.
I make the motion that we open the public hearing for 0222.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good evening. Leah Vasale, 560 Delsey Drive in Malaga. I had a question regarding this one because there were certain duties stated that would be part of the code enforcement that I don't think are currently provided for under the existing ordinances. One of them being annual swimming pool inspections and another being annual rental inspections. And I'm curious to know, does the Township Committee intend to introduce separate ordinances to provide for annual swimming pool inspections and annual rental inspections, or was this just part of a boilerplate?
Matt?
There's it's not so much boilerplate, but there is at least a possibility to add those. But I haven't been instructed or haven't had any conversations to draft the ordinances that the speaker has spoken of. But it's chicken and the egg, so at least we won't have to go back if the decision is at some point in the future made to add either of those types of annual inspections.
Is that, no, I was curious about the pool inspections, what would be inspected for, and if we were having a pool crisis in the township. But I don't know that they would count, but my question is, does the Township Committee intend to implement ordinances for either one of those?
The rental, what was the other thing?
The rental.
Rental, yes, right?
There's been discussion, but again, I've not been instructed to draft that.
And the only reason I'm curious is this is not the first time this has been brought up. This was brought up the last time the Democrats were in control. They wanted to introduce an ordinance inspecting rentals. And at that point, it was decided against doing that because it's of questionable legal grounds. Obviously, it can be foreseen as an unauthorized and unwarranted search of properties. It puts renters in a different class of people from homeowners because obviously there's no intention of inspecting individual houses every year. So I would strongly suggest before you do enact something like that, that you consider whether the township's in a position to entertain a lawsuit that could be very long and expensive, because there have been groups, outside groups like the Institute for Justice and other ACLU who have taken up these lawsuits in other jurisdictions because of the same claim. All right?
Thank you.
You're taking the tea and drinks, right, Jake?
Checking out these rentals. Deep end drain?
Deep
Yeah.
end drinks, it's all you.
This time of year is probably good. Can I get a motion to adopt O222? Give a motion to close public portion?
I make a motion, we close the public portion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to pass O222?
I make a motion that we pass O222.
Second.
Mr. Deegan?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Brown?
Yes. All right, can I get a motion to open the first public portion for resolutions and ordinances below?
I make a motion that we open the first public portion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Bill, you were coming, you just leave.
Yeah, R3722,
R3722.
review and approve the Franklin Township Fire Commission salary for 2022. I believe it was probably for Janvier, the second district. Their fire commission salaries are
I
all,
believe it's Malaga.
is it Malaga? Do all the fire commissioners take a salary in all the districts, or is it in
I
some
found this out
districts?
tonight. No.
No, just in Malaga, or in,
I don't know who, but I know it's not consistent.
it's not, well, you know.
Listen,
Foolish consistency
Aaron,
is,
a lot of things I pick up.
I just picked that up, I just picked that up too, and it's not necessarily anything objectionable to me, it was just somewhat surprising. And it's Malaga. Do the Star-Crossed Fire Commissioners take a salary, Mr. Deegan? Through you, Mr. Mayor? Do any other fire commissioners take a salary that we know of?
He's not.
Okay, so it's only the
Like I said,
one.
This was the first time I.
Yeah, it's the first time it's happened, I guess, or maybe
No,
not,
I think,
no?
that was an old resolution, correct?
Yeah,
For the same thing?
This is the first time we've approved them.
Oh,
right, yeah, I was gonna,
Why do we have to approve it if they've
It's
never
a
done it
state
before?
statute.
Because we have to, I mean, that's, it's a statutory protection or oversight, I guess that's why it's that's why it's required.
I mean, there are a lot of checks and balances that the state, through the DCA, institutes, including putting up websites and your expenditures in fire companies and your no-bid contracts in fire companies and where they go to, which is very good for oversight because, you know, when fire companies are spending, you know, upwards of $1 million and they do wonderful work, and God bless each and every one of the diligent firemen in Franklin Township. But when you're spending $1 million, it's good to have some checks and balances in terms of where the money goes, especially in no-bid contracts. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Seeing no one, can I get a motion to close the first public portion?
I make a motion, we close.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Ron, you a fire commissioner?
Yes, sir.
Does that mean we're gonna end up with the salary for each district?
Star-Crossed.
Yes.
Are we gonna approve, salaries for each district? How does it work? Like, why is it just one?
Because they were the one that brought it to me. They passed it themselves at their reorganization meeting, and after speaking to Matt, it's something that the township has to approve.
So when the other ones do it, is it only a reorganization that they can approve it?
Well, they, not necessarily, but if they do approve it, it's subject to review. The statute reads review by the governing body. So I don't know any other way for the governing body to review something other than for it to appear on our agenda, subject to a vote. This is a standard resolution that occurs in towns where members of the fire commission receives fire commission leadership receives salary.
On that salary, is that like a pension little thing? No, not at all. I'm just curious.
I don't believe it rises to the level anymore of the pension.
We'll fix that.
What is the salary range?
It was 1,200 to 2,100.
It's 1,200 for all except the treasurer gets 2,100. Just nobody wants to keep the books.
I'm
doesn't
not
even
gonna
pay
ask.
for Disney.
You know what I want to ask you. I'm gonna ask.
They get 25 hours a meeting, you already said.
And that's their money, right, Matt? I mean, that's their money.
Yes, yes.
We just have to approve it.
Again, it's 48, 1488. Each member shall fix compensation, such amounts of the board shall be subject to review by the governing body wherein the district is located.
And
So-
that doesn't affect like volunteer status though, right? I'm just curious, right? I mean, is that not, that's an intelligent question.
The commissioners are
elected.
even part of the fire company itself.
Wait a minute, Brian. I've never seen you on a fire truck.
I'm not.
He was
There you
Santa.
go.
He was Santa.
Oh, yeah.
I was the Grinch, actually.
All right, focus, Mary. Come on, let's focus. All right. Can I get a motion to approve correspondence and reports?
I make a motion to approve correspondence and reports.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from January 11th, 2022?
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve the 2022 licenses?
Make a motion to approve the licenses.
I'm sorry, second.
Good, thanks, Mary. All those in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve the raffle licenses?
I make a motion that we approve the raffle license.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Yeah, right.
That's what.
They just rolled the books.
Stoll
Right?
does.
Waiting for the accounts.
Yes,
Yes.
there is a bill list. In the borough we get missed off there.
I didn't see it in the file.
I didn't either. All right, can I get a motion to approve resolution R 3322?
Mayor, there is a bill list, I apologize. It was in Dropbox. I didn't have it on the agenda.
Well, you know what? How about, can we address that when we come out of closed session? Give us an opportunity to look at it? Thank you. Now, can we get the resolution
Oh,
on
that was that.
3322?
So, well, I'm sorry that I looked at the bill list.
Adopting technology, risk management standards in compliance with the New Jersey Municipal Excess Liability Joint Insurance Fund Cyber Risk Management Plans Tier 1 requirements.
I make a motion that we approve resolution R 3322.
I'll second.
Mr. Deegan?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to approve R 3422, adopting technology risk management standards in compliance with the New Jersey Municipal Excess Liability Joint Insurance Funds Cyber Risk Management Plan Tier 2 requirements?
I make a motion that we approve R 3422.
Second?
Mr. Deegan?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Need a motion to approve R 3522, adopting technology risk management standards in compliance with the New Jersey Municipal Excess Liability Joint Insurance Funds Cyber Risk Management Plans Tier 3 requirements.
I make a motion that we approve R 3522.
Second?
Mr. Deegan?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes.
And, I have a question, Barbara, by us approving each of those, our liability has gone, our coverage has gone up.
And our deductible went down.
Yep, terrific, okay, thank you.
Any motion to approve R 3622, authorizing the tax collector and treasurer to release premium bid money.
I make a motion that we approve R 3622.
Second?
Mr. Deegan?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to approve R 3722, reviewing and approving the Franklin Township Fire Commissioner salary for 2022?
Make a motion, well, yeah, I make a motion that we approve R 3722.
Second?
Mr. Deegan?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes, does that need to specify now or anything?
It does.
Okay. Oh, and the, of course. Or yes.
Mrs. Flame?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to approve R 3822, appointing Rosemary Flaherty,
Flaherty.
I can't ever say that, Flaherty, as Director of Code Enforcement and Land Use.
I make a motion that we approve R 3822.
Second?
Mr. Deegan?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Blaine?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to approve R 3922, authorizing the mayor and or his designee to sign an agreement with Omni Recycling.
I make a motion, excuse me, that we approve R 3922.
Second?
Mr. Deegan?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Blaine?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to approve R 4022, authorizing a closed session for the Township Franklin Committee pending litigation.
I make a motion that we approve R 4022.
Second?
Mayor, that's Deal versus Township of Franklin, and there will be no action taken after closure.
Should have been this one.
Speak up.
He did.
No, he
It's
didn't.
far away though.
Did you second?
I second.
Second.
Mr. Deegan?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Blaine?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Need a motion to introduce ordinance. The public hearing will be February 8th, 2022, 03, amending Chapter 190 Buildings Uniform Construction Code.
I make a motion that we introduce ordinance 0322.
Second?
All-
Mr. De- Mr. Deegan?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Blaine?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Can I get a motion to open the second public portion for any comments?
Motion for comments?
Make a motion that we open up the second public portion. I'm sorry, I'm doing the bill list.
Second?
Thought we were gonna do that in close.
Well, I'm doing
All those in favor?
diligence. Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, bad night, guys.
I tried.
Sorry. Bill, who's gonna record if you're up here? He's gotta
It's
get some
recording,
TV
it's
time,
recording.
is that what it is?
Yeah,
Turn
I got it
around, wave.
fixed.
Turn around, wave. You gotta turn around. Wherever you are.
Excuse me, Bill Morris, Oak Avenue. With the governor recently signing the open carry law, would it be appropriate for the township to look at permitting alcohol at the community center when we rent the property out? Because currently they're in the ordinance, it bans alcohol on any township property.
Yeah, we'll have to think about that.
No, I'm just throwing it out there to look at. And the other issue is I recently got a copy of a modified voters list from the township. Just for reference, there is, the best I can figure, 890 plus seniors over 60 out of 12,200 voters that are registered in the township as of the 22nd. Just general information.
That's important for a project that you're doing with the seniors, right?
Correct.
Okay.
But I thought you guys would like to know about it up front.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
As I understand it, you're gonna try to reach out to the seniors and see if there's other programs and stuff that they may be interested in.
Are you one of the 809?
Soon. It's not that far away.
I'll tell you what, that's pretty easy for you.
Second question. I know a few months ago, you guys had hired some consultants related to the
Yes.
township, and I'm just curious, are they done now? Have they wrapped up their work, or,
They have wrapped up their work.
and did you gain any valuable insight?
Some, yes. Some others.
Can you
not.
share any, or,
No, I mean, just, they kind of told us some of the things we weren't doing right and stuff like that, and, you know. So we took some of their advice we didn't take. And so right now, we're in the process of interviewing for administrators.
okay, and did they give like a final report or something to the committee?
Nah, it didn't really end on good terms.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
Need a motion to close the second public portion.
I make a motion to close second portion.
A second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Committee reports?
I'd just like to extend our condolences to the Petch family on their loss.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Mayor?
I don't have anything at this time, and just thank you for that, and thank you for everyone who's reached out in the community. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but would just like to ask everyone to stay safe with the impending snowstorm and to stay warm, and I'll get my brain back together for the next meeting. Just shaking your head.
You want to see that?
I have nothing to report.
Nothing? I just want to thank all the residents. We've been getting beat up pretty good with the leaves. I don't know why in a township like this, why we ever decided to pick up leaves, but we're in it now.
Stupid.
People want it.
Hopefully we'll get the other leaf truck back on the road and we'll resume picking them up. I know there's a lot of frustrated people. I see them every day on my street, but
Tell them to start raking.
they did. They rake it out to the road, and then the plows push it back, and then they rake it back again, and then the plows
Pick
push
it up.
it back.
Burn it.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that's a good
That's what everybody else does.
I'm with you, but I'm not going to give
My
up
whole
that
backyard is
advice.
burnt.
But yeah, just thank you for being patient, and like Mary said, it's supposed to be a storm. I guess it could be a hit or miss, so be careful with that. I get a motion to go in a closed session?
Mayor, if I could recommend it, since we're not going to take action regarding the
I was going to say
litigation,
that after this.
if you would, if you're going to address the bill list, do it before we go into closed, since there's
They
no,
want to wait around.
that's everybody's right. I'm just, I would recommend we not take action after closed, since we don't need to.
Just for a bill list, you want to take action now?
Correct. If you're prepared to do so.
Mary and I are prepared.
All right, go ahead. I don't need to vote. Thank you. Go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the bill list.
Second, but if, with the excusal of myself for the Franklin Lawn Line, there's two of them, I believe, it's for the monitoring of the buildings.
That was the second?
Yeah, and an explanation because.
No, I'm just fine. I mean, you got a second,
An
Barb.
explanation.
Mr. Deegan?
Yes.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Swain?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
And my own ignorance, I didn't see it and I didn't read it, so I'm just going to abstain. And like Matt said, we're going to be going into close. We're not taking any action, so you're more than welcome to hang around. If not, thank you for coming out.
That's what I was gonna say. There.
We get a motion to leave closed session.
Make a motion that we leave closed session, go back into the regular meeting.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
And I get a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Bill, great job.